Hi, welcome everybody to my first official launching of my YouTube videos. I have been fairly new at this. I've been practicing a little bit, but I think I'm ready to go. I have a few tweaks that I need to work on, but you know, we all learn things as we go. So definitely this is a learning experience for me, and we've all been there, hopefully, where we learn from our mistakes and we just improve and get even better. So my name is Shannon. I am Happy to Be Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I've been doing Stampin' Up for a little shy of 3 years. I got started with just going over to a demonstrator's house with a coworker, and we started doing the 3D stamp club that she had, and every holiday there seemed to be like a little frame that we did. And so I thought, you know what, I can do this because I can decorate my house, right? And I didn't really think about doing cards until recently, when I'm like, you know, I really like the idea of sending out cards to anybody and everybody, especially those that don't expect it. I am from the Midwest and I live out here in California, and sometimes I'll put like 10-15 cards in the mail one day and just send them out to old friends, old, you know, family members that I haven't talked to in a while. I run a group on Facebook, and I like to send out just little random cards to some of the members that are on there, along with the members of my team that are local and actually not so local. It's surprising how many people out there are just really glad to get a card, even one that says just thinking about you, or hope your day is going good, anything like that. It really does brighten somebody's day. So my purpose is to get everybody to start sending out cards no matter what. We don't, in this day and age, we are in our phones and our computers so much that we don't think about the little tiny things that means a lot when they're picked up in a mailbox. You know what I mean? So, all right. So let's start with starting August 1st. I'm going to be having a stamp club, and in the stamp club, the first one I'm going to do is going to be based on this stamp set here, which is Wish for It All. And of course I wish for it all the time because my birthday's coming up, so there's not a short list that I have. It's actually pretty long, but anyway, I'm going to wish for it all. And in the stamp club that I'm going to do is going to be 4 cards, or 4 make and takes. One will be a project. I will give you everything that you need to complete each of the cards and the project. I'll give you all the card stock, all the paper, all the embellishments, the ribbon, and the instructions on how to make it. I'll have everything cut for you, and all you need to do is purchase the club itself, or the club kit itself, and then the Wish for It All stamp set. You can purchase it separately, or you can use your own stamp set. But pretty much the projects are geared around the stamp set, and you will not be disappointed. It's really a cute setup. So with that being said, I am going to show you a card that's not included, and it's kind of like just a little taste of what you can get. This is a card that I found from another demonstrator. She had one similar to this, Beverly Morales. So what I did is I cased it from her. She had this set up, and you know, things were a little differently when she did hers. But what I did is case the card from her, and what casing is you create and share everything. So I have a few people that say at work, hey, I don't know the first thing about making cards. I think I'm not artistic. I can't do this. Well, neither can I. But you know what? With Pinterest, anyone can do anything. And Stampin' Up encourages you to case cards and kind of, you know, copy it a little bit, make it your own, but always, you know, they do want you to give props to the person that you cased it from, which I am doing for Beverly Morales. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thumbs up. It was a good card. And I kind of tweaked it to make it my own as well. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. And let's see, I got things already set up here, so we'll just get started quite quickly. All right, so what I did is I cut out my stamp sets, or I pre-cut my stamps, or my die cuts. I am so sorry. So I'm going to punch these out real quick, and I left some of these on here because I wanted to tell you that some of our die cuts, you have to pick out little things in between here. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so then these little things, I have discovered that since there are a lot of the squares and there's circles, I'm going to save these for shaker cards. Okay, and you kind of wonder what shaker cards are. Shaker cards are the little cards that you get, and they have the little pellets or little paper confetti inside, and you shake the card and whatnot. That's one of the projects I'm going to be working on next, so I can show you what I'm going to do with all these little things. So I'm just going to shove these off all over to the side. Easy peasy. Okay, and I'll save those for later use. So on this particular card, you can see that I had Wink of Stella. So I took this, and what I did is I just glued it to a scrap piece of paper using our fine glue. And let me do that really quick. We'll do this ahead of time, or do this right now, so in between all the other projects, it'll give this a time to set up and dry, so we're not getting glue all over everything. So I'm just going to put glue in some of these little inconspicuous spots. I'm trying not to get any glue on myself. Okay. And if you don't get it all done, the fine point, I'm sorry, it's pretty good glue to use when it comes to small little things like this. Now there's also adhesive sheets that you can put on the back of a cardstock and then roll it through your Big Shot, and it'll include it there. So I'm going to move this up and so you can see what I'm going to do here. So I'm just going to adhere it to my piece of scrap paper. Okay, and then I'm going to set it off to the side, and I'm going to put a couple blocks on there to hold the glue down for a minute. All right, so while we're doing that, we're going to take our 5.5 by 4 1/4 cardstock, right? Our famous size envelope, or not envelope, but card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Highland Heather, and then I'm going to take the doily stamp set that I have here. I'm going to get it nice and wet, and I'm going to stamp off. All right. That did not work out. And I do believe I stamped off twice, so I'll stamp off twice this time. And I'm just going to make my own kind of DSP directly on my cardstock. And I'm just going to randomly put it everywhere. And I use a pad to give me some wiggle room. I like how that one turned out. I like that. It's just a little darker there. Then I'll put that in the middle. Then I'll just fill in a few of the little gaps that I have here. There we go. Okay, then we kind of have our own little DSP. And what would be cute is if you use multiple ink pads, maybe the Highland Heather and then the Purple Posy, okay, which would go with that as well. Okay, next I'm going to take my DSP that I have cut, and the DSP is a 4 1/4 by 2 inches, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my tape runner. And I am out of tape. Alright, my next one. And I'm going to put that probably, this one here, I feel like I got it a little low. So I'm going to try to go halfway up. And that will cover up some of the little stamps that didn't get stamped down. And it's okay when things happen like that, because that's what we have, the additional things to kind of help block it off, right? Okay, the next I'm going to take is on this one I did use vellum, okay, as you can tell, and the vellum was 4 by 1 3/4, but I'm going to leave the vellum off. I think I'm going to try to do one without the vellum and see how I like it better. Okay, so then next I'm going to take my stamp set, or my sentiment, which is the Wish for It All, my Wish for It All, and I'm going to stamp it in straight up from the Highland Heather, and I'm going to do this off screen so I can kind of see. All right. And we have that there. Okay, and on this other card that I made, you can see here where I took the stamp set as well, the doily, and I stamped off like 2 or 3 times, and then I added it to that, and then you can see the difference that I did here. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and make this one just kind of plain. So I will set that off to the side. Then next I'm going to take my this piece here, which is a rectangle, which is using the rectangle stitch framelits that we have, and this is the 4" by 2 5/8. Okay, and then I cut that, so I'm going to put that here in the middle. And if some of you have seen my previous videos, I love the Tombow that we have. Using Tombow glue makes things so much easier to maneuver around. But I thought, well, I'm going to challenge myself to get better with the snail. Okay, so then I have the white piece, which is 3.5 by 2 1/4, using the rectangle stitch framelits as well. So I'm going to use my, and then I'm going to center it here. And I think we look pretty darn good. All right. So see how simple and quick this comes together? It helps that I had all the cuts done beforehand too. All right. So let's get back to our thing. So then what I did is I took my Wink of Stella, and it was the clear Wink of Stella, and what I did is I just colored in these little spots that are all right here. Can you see that? Look how it's already changing up the color of the paper. So even though I had glue kind of here, you can see glue right there, even though the Wink of Stella hides that. Alright, so I'm going to just color all these in. It is a lot of work, but the end result is so much better because you can already see, versus the dry paper. Now we got the shimmery, which I really, really like. We use Wink of Stella a lot. And then of course we got the new Glimmer paints. I think it's called Glimmer paints. I use that a lot as well. And with the Wink of Stella, you can tell which ones you've already been over. And just a little dab will do ya. Okay. The bigger spots. See how quick that comes together? Okay. perfect. Look, oh, missed a few. All right, did I get everything? If not, it's easy to go back over. Once we get this on the card, we can go back and add some more. But I just wanted to show you, give you a little technique here. Okay, love this stuff. Okay, so then what I do then after that is just I'm going to trim this up with my scissors. And I'll go off camera here just a little bit. So this is kind of like the fussy cutting around the image that I want. See how quick that was? There we go, and now we got our little hat. So then next we're going to take our dimensionals. And we're going to put them on the back of our card. Or I'm sorry, our little party hat. I really like the stamp set, and the cards that we made over the weekend for our club that we're starting on August 1st are simply cute. They're cuter than this card, actually. So let's see. All right, so this one was kind of set off like that, right? So I'm going to just put that here. And you know, I just had a thought about this one too. This would make a cute card if you do like for a unicorn hat or head. Okay, then sorry, I squirrel a lot. I have one of the little flowers that had done up already, and it's got a little tiny dimensional on the back of it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that up here on the top, and we'll put a rhinestone on that here in a second. And then for the sentiment that we have, the wish for it all, we are going to pop that up on dimensionals as well. And I'm going to put it more on the edges, because you can see here, we're going to kind of want to cover that up just a little bit. And I do believe that I got this a little too far up. Let me see if I can pop that up. Probably not. Okay. But that's okay, you know, because this is what happens, and you know what? We'll probably just go ahead and put a bow down here, which sounds good to me. Alright, so I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to put kind of one in the middle, down here towards the bottom a little bit. Actually, what I'll do is I'll use some of my little edge half a dimensional here to get what I kind of want here. Even though I've been only doing this for about a little, what, 2.5, 3 years, okay, maybe 4 years with all the frame classes I took, I learned a lot. So if you have a chance to join some classes that are local to you, definitely take advantage of it, because you learn a lot from other people that take the classes, and some of the, you know, people that know the little shortcuts is always a good thing. So let's see, and I got some bling blings here, and if you haven't gotten these Noble Peacock rhinestones yet, you're really missing out. Look at that. Look how cute those are. It has quite a few colors, and from what I can see, the Christmas catalog, from what I've been able to notice from the gals that took the cruise, is there's some coming out for Christmas too in the Christmas colors. So cannot wait for that. So I'm going to use my scissors and just pick up one of these here, and I'm going to put it up here in the corner, or actually up here in the little pom-pom of the party hat. Perfect. How's that? All right, and then let's see, since I decided to go ahead and use ribbon, I have some twine here, but let me try this ribbon here, this little lacy ribbon. How's that? This is the Very Vanilla lace ribbon. And let me make a quick bow. And I struggle with bows, everybody, so please bear with me. Don't. And one night I'll just sit and watch TV and just make a whole bunch of bows so I don't have to do this later. So, okay. It's a little difficult. I'll work on it a little bit more. But you know what? I'll put it right here. So once I'm done with the video, I'll post it. And I'll definitely have the ribbon or the bow on there. But you just kind of have to mess with it a little bit. Or, there we go. Oh my gosh. How is this working out? That's awesome. Oh, wow. You guys are bringing me luck. Look at that. Oh, so happy. All right. So, and I also have another pair of scissors that I use strictly for ribbon. And you can tell, because I have the ribbon on that. So the reason I do that is so I know not that I can cut pretty good with these scissors, and that it hasn't been in glue or tape or anything else like that. Okay, so then I'm just going to take a little, let's see, I'm going to take a dimensional and put it on this one as well. That way it all kind of has the universal height that the rest of the card. Alright, and then I'll play with the ribbon a little more. Alright, so this is where we got the card, but you know what? There's a little bit something else on the inside of this card that I did. Look at that. So what I did on this one is I took the ink, or the pad, or the stamp, sorry, and I took a Post-it, and I covered that up. Then I inked it like this with the sticky on it. Take the sticky off. Okay, that's the critical part right there. You don't want to not take it off. But with this, it's a little easier because I'm going to be doing it right on the edge here. So I'm going to just go ahead and find the edge of my card and put it down like that. And voila. And then I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to put the Post-it back on, ink, take it off, and then come over here on this side and put it down. There we go. We did the inside. And I would do the same. I don't have an envelope here in front of me. I'm sorry, but I would decorate the envelope as well. Probably do this along the back side of it when you seal the envelope and mail it off. Put a couple of those on there too, or put them on the front of the envelope. That would be perfect. I will include those on my pictures when I post later as well. Okay, so everybody, thank you for joining me. If you have any suggestions, or if you want to see anything, want to join my group, I'm happy to be stamping. It's happy, and then to, and then be stamping. And you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram and Pinterest. Okay, so I'm going to be all around, and hope you guys will follow me, join my groups, and grow with me and enjoy the fun things I do. I have been doing a few online bingos that are done on Facebook Live, and we do make and takes, and we play bingo, and we win prizes. And the prizes, the more people that join, the better the prizes are. I like to get, you know, everybody where everybody wins, and there's second prizes and little gifts and little swag bags that I send out as well. So I definitely am enjoying my Stampin' Up! Experience, and I like to share it with everybody. So thank you for joining me, and you all have a good day. Thanks. Bye-bye. Hi guys, I wanted to pop back on here and show you one last card that I just finished up, and look guys, this ribbon, wow, wow, wow. It tied so easy for me this time. I think I broke my ribbon tying curse. Let me trim this up here a little bit. But definitely love this card. So we have the 3 cards here. Actually, I'll get a better picture. My tripod isn't quite working with me, but we got these cards here. Don't forget to follow me. Again, August 1st is going to be my start of my first official stamp club. So definitely look for more information on that as well. So thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.